What is this? I guess I'm just surprised. I don't know. It's been a while since I made, these these videos. Maybe I should make more of them. And I usually get these comments. Perhaps these comments are designed to, I don't know what it is. Okay. I put together a video, right? Video is showing the different components that you can put together to build a PC that's going to smack the PlayStation 5 Pro. Look at all the components here, right? I show everything. I talk about where I got these items from, the CPU and the GPU, GameStop. Case, I showed on PC Part Picker where you can get a case for $40. PC Part Picker, let's just look at it. Okay? Products. And there's a reason. Hold on, just bear with me, okay? I showed a case that was $39. The Cooler Master box Q300L, right? $39.99. This person said something weird here. In stock on Amazon, in stock on Newegg. Okay? Okay. New. There's new. They'll even show you on Amazon and then they will show you used. Do you know that somebody said if you're going to use used parts, used PC parts, then we can get a used PS5 Pro for $400 to $500 or less? Then you need to match the used price with your used parts and get the same performance. That's not possible. When did I use used parts? When did I tell you that I used used parts? I showed you the price of the components that I have that are already existing, like the case, which is a case that I've had since 2017. But I added the equivalence in terms of where you can buy a case to make your build, and I put it in the budget. I didn't remove it. I could have actually zeroed that out and then told you, oh yeah, the build is $847, but I never did that. It's here in the video. Maybe they didn't see that piece of the whole conversation. Then I showed them the RAM. I showed the RAM on Amazon to be $25, brand new. You could, on the video, it says it there. If it's used, Amazon will tell you. And then I actually added on top of that the cooler, because I used a water cooler, and I was like, well, you don't need to use a water cooler. If you want, you can use a CPU cooler, the Cooler Master Hyper 212. It's $30. It's a very, very good cooler. I remember it used to be closer to $40. It's actually gone down. It's become ubiquitous. So probably one of the best coolers that you can get for a small fee, for a small amount. If you understand what I mean. If you want, you can use the Thermalite, Phantom, $35. It's all here. Air coolers, beautiful, quiet. They run very well. I have one of these the Cooler Master Hyper 212 Black. I think I got it at Best Buy. Right, brand new. If you want storage, $60. 1 terabyte SSD. That's usually the going rate. You can get less, but 1 terabyte at $60, depending on the brand, is a sweet spot to be able to give you more read and write usage. Motherboard around $80, and I actually went ahead and did a average between the $100 motherboards and the $70 motherboards, because different manufacturers will make different motherboards to suit different needs. All of this because I actually did prove a statement that insinuated that you can't beat or compare or match the PS5 Pro's performance with a PC for $800. Brand new, done. Because this person said that Linus Tech tried to do it but couldn't do it. Well, Linus Tech is basically, hardware royalty at this point. When he was making that video, when his team was probably making that video, I was laughing going with the choices that they made. And I was like, is he not seeing, or is he not looked at people like Digital Foundry and others who had actually taken apart and peeled apart what they know the Series S and X's board to be powerful and capable of? So I think it's very important that these videos continue to go out there. I kind of took a break from these PC videos for a while, but man, I think more than anything now, we probably do need to start making, a lot more awareness known out there. Because just a few weeks ago, I don't know if I showed you guys, there were a few guys that were here on the channel that actually were asking me, hey man, what do I need to do to build a PC? I made 2 PC part picker lists for them. And I told them that was just a baseline. They could go ahead and use that to, try to build, whatever they wanted to build and kind of get a sense of what's going on. That's all. And if they don't want to play on PC, that's also fine. They can play on console. But no one used components for that $800 price point. In fact, if we decided that we were gonna go the used route, I don't know where you get a used PS5 Pro. Hold on, let me see. I don't know where you get a used PS5 Pro for $400 to $500. Are they that low now? Are they now low? Is that what it is? Are they now selling them for $400 or $500? Let's see eBay PS5 Pro. They're still asking six pre-owned. They're asking $649 for the one that I'm seeing here. $564. This is a PS5 Pro. $824. It's the 2 terabyte gray edition. Let me see if I can filter it by used. I don't want to show you guys my eBay page. Go find your own eBay page. Condition. Let's do used. Yeah. Here we go. $624. From what I'm seeing here on my side on eBay. Here's what I'm seeing. $624. We can filter it from lowest price to highest price. Let me see. Price shipping lowest first. For a PS5 Pro, I'm seeing somebody asking for the 2 terabyte edition. They're asking $215. Yeah, you're going to get scammed. It's that kind of thing where if you put your money, you sink it. When I do lowest to highest, all I'm seeing are either PS5s or whatever it is. I use PS5. There's nothing wrong with that if it's working, no problem. But have you seen what a used PC can also do if we go into the used market? Aha, that's another piece of the puzzle that, and honestly, I love having these conversations because if we look into the used PC side where, the Optiplex, the HP Pavilions, the Lenovo collapsed and refreshed devices, oh yeah, this is going to be a done deal. But a lot of people who use consoles don't know about that part of the PC gaming side. It's literally the part of the PC gaming side that if you walk into it, you would fall down. You'd be asking, what is Sony and, I said Sony, what is Sony and Microsoft and Nintendo actually saying to us? Because yeah, you can get PCs like that. The reason a lot of people don't buy those PCs is because they don't have the modularity, because they're made by, and let me go ahead and just show you what I'm talking about. They're made by Dell and HP and these companies in a way that you can't really retrofit, nor can you make many modifications to them. So Dell Optiplex, these are PCs that were used in hospitals, they were used in universities, whatever it is. And so they come on the market and they have, their CPU, they have they have like some memory, and they have maybe a little bit of storage, and you can pretty much get those devices for a very small fee. Like in some cases, $70, $80, $90. Hold on, I'm trying to look for them right here. I'll show you here in a second. Here you go. So you see them, Dell Optiplex, 550 PC, blah, 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 blah. You see them, they'll just come out here and they're basically recycled by, these companies, and that's their job. Like if you notice, these two are listed by the same company. Now, these are for bids. If you wanted to go ahead and get them full price, they'll probably be a little bit more. But these are Core i7 9700 CPU is in here. i7 12700 CPU is in here. And so what you'll do is you go ahead and buy you a GPU, and then you slap it with that build, and boom. Let's look for the buy now ones. Those ones are asking some kind of silly monies. There we go. There we go. Let me show you right here. Ooh, boo, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Here we go. So you see this? 147 to 550. These have i7 7700s. They're actually even still overpriced. But, they already come with a motherboard. You can just slap basically a GPU in there. You can buy one with a small hard drive or whatever it is, and it should basically get the job done for you. Now, why are they asking $479 for this? Nah. Yeah. $189. Get one that just has the CPU, the motherboard, the RAM, and all that, and then put a GPU in there. $400. You're already gaming. The only thing is, you're basically buying, you're buying like a console-like device because Dell made it, and Dell's not going to let you do any retrofitting or modifications, and upgrades are going to be hard because the power supply is designed to be a specific way. It's for low budget gaming. Like, if you don't want to give these companies any money, then this is basically the way that you can pretty much go at the end of the day. So for people that that play on console, that come out and say, oh yeah, if you're going to use a used PC parts, bro, if we go used, you can't win. Because the things that I can find in the used market, like, you'll be your jaw will drop. You know what I mean? So if we did used, I would just go and spend more money, but I would build a PC that you won't be able to, that the console equivalent, you will not be able to catch in the next generation. Does that make sense? So I'll class you by, even when you trade in your old console and buy the new console, I'll still beat you, because now that differential now makes me my money back. And then you're still, your hardware is still not going to be capable of doing that. And this is what a lot of people probably need to, pay attention to when they're looking at the market is, one PC can transform over and over and over again on the PC side. The console is the way it is. You know what I mean? Like, the way this person said this, you do know that this PS5 Pro is only a PS5 Pro, and that's it. When a PS6 comes out, if you want what the PS6 is offering, you have to basically go ahead and discard, offload, sell the entire console. Whereas if there's, say, maybe a new technology on PC, perhaps maybe multi-frame generation or something, I don't have to sell my whole PC to, get that functionality. All I got to do is switch one part out. That's it. And I get the functionality that I want in generations that have not even been achieved by PC. RDNA 4, RDNA 3, or whatever it is, I just switch one component and then bam, there we are. We're in RDNA 4. PCIe 4.0, all these little, advancements that are coming, you switch one or two pieces and that's it. So are we keeping score? We don't need to be. It doesn't make any sense, because that console is a PC even in its own right. I mean, I've shown that before as well too. Digital Foundry has an entire video. I would wish everybody would watch that video. Maybe I'll do a reaction on it, just so that we can reiterate the video again, because it seems like, that whole thing is missing its full use and its full reach. Thanks for watching the video. Appreciate you all so much. Peace out.